their day, but there is a method to the madness, so to speak. Elon in the traditional road maroon jerseys, gold numbers on the front and backs of the jerseys. Elon has won 7 of the 10 all-time meetings between these two programs, but Delaware has taken 2 of the last 3. Rebecca Lawrence will tip it up for the Hens against Emily Maupin for Elon. Ball in the air, and Abby Gonzalez wrestles it away. Delaware gets possession first, although Gonzalez picked up her bounce in an awkward spot. Nice feed into traffic for Rebecca Lawrence, attacking the rim. Can't finish with the left hand, and Popovich pulls down the rebound for Elon. Gets it up to Perpignan, who tries to dribble 4. Delaware back in their zone defense.
Actually, it looks like they're matching up here, coming out of that zone and matching up right away, doing something a little bit differently out here.
Yeah, we expected to see a lot of zone. They had some success with it, but at times it broke down off dribble penetration, so they go man to start the ball game. In the high post with it, Nance kicks it out, top of the key to Perpignan. Perpignan crossover move, works her way towards the paint, finds a wide open Popovich. Left wing 3 is an air ball. Never hit the rim, should be a shot clock violation, but the officials will let it play off. Long pass forward to Bailey Cargo for Delaware. She'll drive inside the arc, bounce pass top of the key to Lawrence. Feeds it far corner to DeFries. She gets it up top to O'Leary, whips it inside to Lawrence. Turnaround jumper wouldn't go. Followed her own miss, though, and got it back. Delaware will get another possession.
So important, those second chance opportunities. The rebounding battles will be really important here tonight.
Cargo with it, near wing for Delaware, moving left to right in this opening half. Left wing feed over to DeFries. Up top, Gonzalez, wide open straightaway 3, in and out. Another offensive rebound. Lawrence, this time her follow goes. And Delaware on the board first. They lead it 2-0.
Rebecca Lawrence really active early, even off the jump ball and then with offensive rebounds in the first 2 sets.
Maupin gets her first touch, left block. Lawrence thought about a double. Instead, it's O'Leary one-on-one. Good defense, forces a tough angled shot that wouldn't go. Lawrence pulls down her 3rd rebound in the first 100 seconds of this game.
Elon has struggled to put the ball in the basket at times this season, so Delaware, if they can secure those one and dones, it'll be really frustrating for the Phoenix.
DeFries driving right of the lane, pivots back center of the paint, and hits the 10-foot jumper. Pretty move by Simone DeFries. Delaware up 4-0.
We talked about Delaware being the aggressors, setting the tone, and they're doing it early thus far.
Here's Mercer the other way, gets it near corner to Nance. Nance inside touch, Popovich reverse layup is good. Elon on the ball.
Breakdown in defense there by Delaware. Nobody rotating over on the weak side.
Gonzalez races it forward, finds a wide open trailing Lawrence. Her 3 wouldn't go. O'Leary, another offensive board, banks it in.
Coach Hart before the game, he was hoping for a big game from O'Leary today. He thinks her strength and her presence inside can really give Elon trouble.
Well, what a dominant start on the glass for Delaware. They've got 4 offensive rebounds in just over 2.5 minutes. Here's Nance on the near wing, driving towards the paint. O'Leary's there, bumped her, no call. The ball lands harmlessly in the hands of Simone DeFries under the rim.
Right now, Elon just throwing up shots, not really spraying their bodies and getting good looks.
Gonzalez all the way, lefty runner off the window, too strong. Popovich pulls down the rebound. Long outlet forward to Mercer. She dropped it, corralled it, works her way to the paint, and then throws it away. Boy, Elon looks completely disinterested here. The first 3 minutes, you are so right. Christine ends up 4, and as a result, Charlotte Smith's going deep to the bench. She'll bring in 3 subs as Cologne comes in, Powell comes in, and also Taja Trayer into the ball game for Elon.
You know, you're talking about the 2-time defending champion, but this is where senior leadership comes in. They don't have any seniors on this roster, and they need that leadership.
DeFries has it, foul line left for Delaware. Gets it high post to O'Leary. Inside touch to Lawrence. Turnaround jumper, good. Rebecca Lawrence shooting with confidence, and Delaware's up 6.
That's a really good matchup for Rebecca Lawrence against a freshman. She has really good looks early, and she can get that all night.
Here's Cologne, top of the key. Cologne driving towards the paint, lays it too strong off the window. Gonzalez grabbed the rebound, but it was ripped away from her. Stolen by Powell, dishes it off. Lefty runner from Cologne wouldn't go. Out of bounds off her fingertips. And back to Delaware, up 6 with 6:20 to go in the opening period.
I feel like the Phoenix just need to slow down on offense. They need to gather themselves. They're shooting super fast. They need to shot work the ball. Shots are just going up and throwing the ball. Even layups they're kind of ripping them off their backboard.
6.25 to go in the opening period. 8-2 the Delaware lead. Gonzalez brings it into the forecourt. Tough angle pass tipped away by Mercer. Probably would have been a steal, but the official was in the way, and That's a good break for Delaware as it goes out of bounds and stays with the Hens. That'll be Lewis who throws it in near sideline. Gets it to Gonzalez, top of the key. She dribbles to the far wing. Now changes directions back up top. Gives it right wing to Cargo. Cargo surveying her options. Puts it on the floor. Drives to the foul line. Pull up jumper. Off the backboard. No good. But O'Leary, her second offensive rebound. Finds Gonzalez driving to the paint. Runner goes. Delaware up 10-2. And the Hens out hustling Elon on both sides of the floor as well. On the near wing, it's Cologne driving to the bucket, and O'Leary hammers her up near the rim. Hard foul, but a clean one. 2 free throws coming for Ariel Cologne.
She had a lot of ball there. She wasn't in good position, but I thought she got her hand on top of the ball. A little bit of body there on the upper right shoulder, but we were blocked out a little bit. If she was a little bit earlier to the spot, she would have had that block.
And O'Leary had a really tough block called against her as a foul in the UNCW game to kind of switch momentum. Cologne missing the first free throw. DeFries returns for Delaware. O'Leary will sit down. Meanwhile, Popovich back in and Kayla Lyles in for the first time for Elon, replacing Mercer and Trayer. I think Charlotte Smith's trying to find something. Free throw wouldn't go, and then a foul on the rebound. Jalen Powell grabbing the back of the jersey of Lewis. And Delaware gets the ball up 8 with 5:36 to go in the opening quarter.
How about Allison Lewis this past weekend? Career high against UNCW. She's really playing great offense at the right time of the year.
And doing it down the stretch in both of those games, scoring when it mattered most. Here's DeFries on the left wing. DeFries puts it on the deck, driving to the basket, stops it on the baseline, kicks it out to Cargo, left wing 3, front rim no, and a weak side rebound chased down by Powell. Powell outlets it forward to Munford, who's in for the first time. Munford into the corner, Cologne for 3, got it. Wide open over DeFries, and it's 10-5.
That was a good job by the defense to have good spacing on that fast break, cross-court pass, slow closeout.
Halfway through the opening quarter, Lewis driving to the paint, lost her balance, flipped it out to Gonzalez. Have no idea how she saved it. Good play though from Abby. She gets it top of the key to DeFries, leaves it inside. Lewis lays it in. Abby Gonzalez somehow kept her balance along the sideline, and now a steal as Cargo took it away, racing to the bucket, has her pocket pick. Stolen back by Cologne, turns it into a 3-on-2, kicks it out of the corner. Powell can't get the 3 off. Now a step back, she's going to try it anyway and hits it. Shot was tougher the second time around, but it was prettier, and it's 12-8.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good defense by Allison Lewis. I don't think she anticipated that Powell was going to have that step back. A lot of strength there.
4:07 to go in the opening quarter. Gonzalez gives it near wing to DeFries. She puts it on the floor. Crossover, working baseline. Got hit. No call. Out of bounds, they say all ball. It'll stay with Delaware. When we return, timeout on the floor. 3:59 to go in the opening quarter. Hens leading 12-8. You're listening to Delaware Women's Basketball on Fox Sports 1290 and 1410. 3 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's Delaware up 12-8 over Elon. Hens got out to a 10-2 start. Couple of threes, though. Here, late from Elon has the Phoenix back in it on the inbound. Simone DeFries stripped on the way up. Good hands from Jalen Powell. And she comes the other way with it for the Phoenix. Hands it on the right wing to Lyles. Lyles drives to the foul line. Pull up jumper. Good. Tough shot over Simone DeFries, and Elon back to within 2.
This has been a really good response from the Phoenix. They withstood that onslaught initially from the Hens, and now they responded.
McBride into the game for the first time for Delaware. 2 freshmen running point, dribbling to the right wing. Now turns the corner to the right block, picks up her bounce, kicks it out to Lawrence, up top to Gonzalez. Drives to the right elbow, pull up jumper short, and a long rebound chased down by Lewis. Gets it inside of DeFries, banks it in with a left hand. Delaware up 4.
Delaware has been creating points off of second chance opportunities, offensive rebounds in favor of the Hens.
Here's Cologne the other way, doubled off a high screen, steps to the top of the key, hands on a weave, look to Lyles, works away right of the lane, high off the window, too strong with that runner, and Lawrence couldn't save it into Lewis. It's out of bounds, and will stay with Elon.
You saw those substitutions by Coach Charlotte Smith for Elon. It seems like she has a group out there now that is starting to settle in.
Well, big crowd tonight. Biggest I think Delaware has had at home all season long.
And good reason, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit later in the broadcast.
Inbound, Munford gets it in on the left wing to Cologne. Cologne driving to the baseline. Had it stripped away by Gonzalez. A tie-up. Arrow keeps it with Elon, but the Hens get the arrow back thanks to the hustle of Abby Gonzalez.
Well, when you talk about hustle on this team, Abby Gonzalez is the leader for this team, especially on defense. A lot of times you'll see Simone DeFries or Allison Lewis up at the top, but on the ball defense, Abby Gonzalez.
Natasha Adair had a big smile on her face, and deservedly so for that. And for Christini, inbound goes far corner to Lyles. Lyles spinning to the bucket, throws it up at the rim, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, Popovich dribbled away from the basket, but then got fouled. A bailout whistle as Popovich was in retreat and then decided to go back towards the rim. And the foul goes against the hand.
I don't know about that. I thought she hooked her and took an extra step. You saw her there with her left hand. She hooks her, falls to the ground. I don't see what Lizzie O'Leary even did there. She was standing there and got hooked. If anything, it should just be a travel and a turnover.
Well, Lizzie O'Leary gets called for more fouls that are, to give the benefit of the doubt to the official, questionable. Anything you'll see in the CAA. Cologne gets the inbound center of the lane, kicks it out near wing Munford. Munford cross-court feed right wing to Powell. Powell drives to the foul line, picks up her bounce, floats it inside Popovich. Good seal, but missed the layup. And Gaddy left, rips down the rebound amongst the trees for Delaware. Outlets it to McBride looking to run. Elon's back, though, defensively.
Again, Delaware only with 3 substitutes on the bench. Really have to give some people rest when they need it, but foul trouble is going to be critical.
McBride driving to the paint, draws a double, finds Lewis, who hits the baseline jumper left side. Delaware back up by 6.
What we've seen all season is Allison Lewis taking really good shots, getting to the rim, taking good mid-range jumpers. Now they're going down.
Nice split of a double team by Cologne going to the 10, but she finishes in, or can't finish in tight. Rebound grab by Lewis. Lewis gets it into the corner. Gonzalez extra feeds to freeze her jumper off the mark. Rebound battled for out of bounds off Elon. So another second chance opportunity from Delaware, but great extra pass there from Abby Gonzalez.
I think both teams have really, really good energy. Right now the difference is Delaware is able to finish, and Elon getting to the rim, getting good looks, but knocking those shots off the backboard, not taking their time, but both teams, a lot of energy.
Lewis lobs it in, top of the key to Gonzalez. Gives it right wing to McBride. Into the corner near side of the floor to Lewis. Lewis driving to the paint, lefty bank. Couldn't get it over the rim. Maupin pulls down the rebound. Long outlet to Munford on the run. Bumped at the top of the key by Lewis. No call. Dishes it off to Powell. Driving. Got it blocked by Lewis. Got it back. And somehow found Munford along the baseline. To Maupin, left elbow jumper, no good. Left battling for the rebound, but Munford ripped it away. Loose in the corner, and it bounced right to Cologne. Another opportunity for Elon.
It seemed like she had possession when she fell there. I'm not sure. Did she get rid of that? It should have been a travel.
I thought it popped free, but it was close. Here's a 15-footer off the mark from Cologne. Follow wouldn't go for Maupin, and this time left grabs the rebound for Delaware. 52 seconds left in the opening quarter. McBride tries some shake and bake, but nowhere to go. Is a good job by Cologne staying in front of her. Now McBride blows past, runner off the mark, but she's fouled. And he'll head to the stripe for a pair as Ariel Cologne called for the personal.
A really interesting defense there by Elon, deciding to double. A little bit of help there. I thought they bailed her out a little bit. Not horrible defense, but Paris McBride doing a good job of absorbing that contact, creating contact to get to the line.
Clock kept running for a little bit after that foul call. I don't think anybody noticed it, so we'll play on. First free throw off the mark for McBride. One more coming. 6-point Delaware lead. Cargo returns. Gonzalez out for UD. Meanwhile, for Elon, Bree Perpignan and Ariana Nance into the ball game as Cologne sits down, as does Munford. Second free throw, McBride misses a pair, and Powell the rebound.
One thing for Delaware they're going to have to do down the stretch of the season is make free throws.
Elon the other way, down by 6. They lob it inside. Maupin, great catch in traffic, floats it home. And it's 16-12, final half minute of the first quarter.
Yeah, Simone DeFries getting caught a little bit behind on that dive. They're not able to front the player.
Hens get hold for one. Lewis has it top of the key. A jab step, swings it left wing to DeFries. 10 seconds to go. DeFries yet to put it on the floor. Now does after she got Mercer in the air. Couldn't bank it home, though. Rebound saved by Lewis. No, her foot was on the baseline. So Elon will get one last try with 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
And it doesn't feel like Delaware's only up by 4. It doesn't seem like they're only up by 4. It seems like they've dominated the game, but
Here comes Perpignan in the lane. Got it blocked by left. It goes out of bounds. It does not matter. It's the end of the first quarter. With our score, Delaware 16, Elon 12. You're listening to Delaware Women's Basketball on Fox Sports. Welcome back to the bottom. 16-12. Delaware leading after 1 here. And Christine, an interesting first quarter. Delaware got out to a very fast start like we saw last game at UNCW. But then all of a sudden, Elon was able to find its footing and really, thanks in large part to some work on the offensive glass.
Yeah, Elon got to the rim, didn't nail all the shots that they took. I mean, they're putting up a ton. They put up 19 shots in that first quarter. If they would knock a few more down, Delaware could have been in trouble.
There's DeFries driving into the paint, got stuck, gives it to Lewis at the foul line, driving to the 10, but missed the lefty layup. And Powell pulls down the rebound for Elon. Outlets it the other way. Perpignan working her way inside the arc. Flips it left wing to Mercer. Mercer driving towards the 10 over McBride. No, wave it off. Offensive foul as the freshman got over just in time to take the charge.
Yeah, fundamental defense is so critical. When you rotate, when you're aware, when you anticipate, you get your body in the right spots on the floor, good things happen. We know this team thrives on their defense. Paris McBride giving up her body for the team.
9:24 left, second quarter, 16-12. Delaware's lead is 4. Cargo on the left wing. Hit fake out the defender in the air. Pull-up jumper, left elbow, good. Bailey Cargo puts Delaware up 16-12.
Bailey Cargo, one of the athletes on the court tonight that had her MVP, most valuable professor in attendance, Cindy Holland, who taught her experiential learning class in attendance today. Bailey Cargo hooks Elon up promises.
Perpignan driving to the lane, lefty floater, too strong off the window, rebound tip in the air, grabbed by Lewis. Flips it forward to McBride, looking to push, sprints her way into the forecourt. Down the center of the lane, lost the handle, Lewis diving on the floor, Mercer knocks down DeFries. No call, football rules in effect, and the ball goes back to Elon.
It's been very physical during this game, and here you see Paris McBride losing the handle, ball going all over the place, but you're right, Mercer.
What was that?
She totally boxed her out, and you have to allow the space and the angle there. That should have been a foul.
She put her backside directly into DeFries' chest and sent her into the bench. Here comes Elon the other way, driving to the paint, Nance. And dished it off to Maupin, who lays it in. What a feed from Ariana Nance.
And there you see the potential of what Elon is able to do. Not winning a lot of games this year, but they have some parts.
Colleen's lead cut to 4, 8:18 left to go in the first half. Backdoor cut to Freeze, gets it from Cargo, in and out on the layup. Rebound grab by Cologne, and then they call a touch foul against Rebecca Lawrence.
A great backdoor cut by Simone DeFries. Great pass, just didn't finish. Here you see Simone DeFries up all the way around, kind of a lid on the rim there. She couldn't even believe it. I'm not sure about the foul there, with the physicality that's been taking place.
Toilet bowl unclined for the Hens. Now Elon just lost the ball out of bounds. Another sloppy turnover for the Phoenix. Gives it back to UD as Abby Gonzalez returns. Simone DeFries gets a high five from her head coach Natasha Adair on the way back to the sideline.
Elon's been limiting their own possessions in this game thus far. I mean, just unforced error after unforced error.
Hens by 4 with the basketball. McBride works her way inside the arc, kicks it out, right wing 3. Cargo connects, rattled it home. Delaware up 21-14.
Delaware love to see her get going.
Now a baseline drive. Nance got stuck, doubled, found Maupin who walked. Boy, it opened up for her, but the footwork just wasn't there. The turnover gives it back to Delaware.
She caught that ball and stood there and then realized, it was like, oh, wait, everything's open and gets to the rim and traveled doing so.
7:35 left first half. McBride driving to the lane, kicks it out to Cargo, far quarter. Cargo bounce pass, high post to Lawrence, who hits the high arcing jumper. 23-14. Charlotte Smith calls timeout. irate with her team. We'll take a break with the Hens. Delaware up by 9, 23-14, 7:27 left to go in the first half. You're listening to Blue and
The first state, because to IBEW Local 313 and NECA, no connection matters more than the one they share with Delaware. IBEW Local 313 and NECA, we power Delaware.
Welcome back to Fightin' Blue Hens Women's Basketball on Fox Sports 1290, 1410 WDOV, and iHeartRadio.
7:20 left in the second quarter. Elon turns it over, trailing by 9 and a takeaway. Paris McBride with the steal. Dribbles it up, little congestion on the right side of the floor. 3 Hens. They get organized. Now McBride dribbles it to the right wing, hands it to Bailey Cargo. Cargo bounce pass left wing to Gonzalez. Gonzalez works her way inside the arc, right of the lane, got bumped, flips it at the rim, no. Offensive board, Lewis, head fake out the defender, the end, lays it in.
If Allison Lewis keeps playing like this, that is really going to be big for the Hens down the stretch.
The player that Delaware knew they had, Allison Lewis, but she's been through so many injuries over the course of her career, both at Providence and since arriving on campus at UD. McBride knocks it loose for the Hens, loose in the corner, and a tie-up. Arrow keeps it with Elon. Again, diving on the floor to force the held possession, Abby Gonzalez.
She's been all over the floor on defense, especially on her closeouts and then jumping on the ball, playing her player, but getting her hands in on everything. Possessions are so important.
If you're watching on Hens All Access, you see all the unavailable bodies for Delaware on their bench right now. Inbound on the baseline. Jumper for Cologne wouldn't go. Rebound kicked out of bounds though by Delaware. And another try coming for Elon as Simone DeFries returns. Paris McBride sits down. A lot of substitutions from the Tache Bear, but it's the same 3 bodies coming in and out.
Exactly, and that's why, Delaware really has to try to play a clean game today. Stay out of foul trouble.
Right now, just Lizzie O'Leary having 2 personals. Inbound to Cologne on the left wing. Driving on Cargo. Good defense. Turned her back. They kick it out to Munford. Munford still with 20 to shoot. Dribbling towards the top. Feeds it right wing to Michaela Ryan. Ryan drives inside the arc. DeFries knocked it away from her and chases down the loose ball. Then Lewis threw it towards the back of Abby Gonzalez, but she pirouetted in time to find a nice surprise, the basketball. Gives it right wing to DeFries, had the step of the defender, driving baseline, but lost the handle. Out of bounds, and the basketball back to Elon.
It seems like Elon has double-digit turnovers by this point. I mean, they've just been, it looks that way. They only have 6. I mean, I say only 6, but it just seems like they have so many more than that.
Well, 2 times they've been tied up where they kept possession arrow, or it would have been a turnover, but yeah, I agree. I would have guessed the number a lot higher before we saw the stat sheet. Here's Powell on the right wing, 15 to shoot. Ends by 11. Powell still dribbling on the far wing. Now towards the top. 8 to shoot. Works her way to the foul line. Kicks it out. Cologne straightaway triple. Right rim no. Gonzalez clears the rebound. Looking to push. Sprinting into the forecourt. Crossover and stops at the top of the key to get everybody set up.
Good decision by Abby Gonzalez. Now we talked a lot about knowing when to push and knowing when to pull that ball out.
Looked for the opportunity. It wasn't there. Now runs some offense. Lawrence has the top of the key. Right wing give to Cargo. Tried to get it inside to DeFries. Knocked away by Cologne. Off the leg of DeFries. Out of bounds to Elon. A couple of turnovers here on successive possessions for Delaware.
The right pass by Bailey Cargo. She anticipated, but Cologne did a great job of getting over the top.
Dadson left back in for Delaware. Rebecca Lawrence sits down. 25-14, Delaware's lead halfway through the second quarter. Powell has it top of the circle. Lewis guarding her, had Maupin inside, missed her, and then threw it over her head, trying to recover for the mistake. And a turnover again gives it back to Delaware.
It's really hard when you have such a young team, again, no senior leadership. Charlotte Smith probably having to try a lot of different things with this Elon squad.
Mixing and matching for sure, both in rotation and attack. Here's Cargo dribbling inside the top of the key. Right wing dish over to the left. Up top to Lewis. Lewis driving to the paint, dishing off to DeFries. Baseline jumper good. Boy, dribble drive is carving Elon up here in this second quarter.
Allison Lewis doing a little bit of everything. Knowing when to take it, drive out defender, kicking it out.
Elon the other direction. Powell top of the circle. Handing it there to Cologne. Cologne with Lewis all over. Dribbles foul line right. Works her way into the paint. Lefty floater wouldn't go. Munford took the rebound right to Gonzalez. Racing the other way. 3-on-1. Dishing off to DeFries for the layup.
Great job, Abby Gonzalez, to look off the defender, act as if she's going to the right, no look pass to DeFries in stride.
A little showtime pass there from Gonzalez and on the money. Well, all of a sudden, a 15-point Delaware lead. Munford driving to the paint, wide open pass to the bucket and missed the layup. Gadsden left the rebound. Nobody back defensively. Lewis missed the runner. But then a foul as Powell knocking over DeFries. And it's a young team for Elon. But on top of some of the mistakes of inexperience we're seeing right now, they're just getting beat up and down the floor.
Absolutely. I mean, and especially Simone DeFries and Allison Lewis getting wide in lanes. And there you see Allison Lewis with a long stride to get to the other side of the rim. Unable to finish, but Delaware keeps the ball.
3 more subs as Charlotte Smith continues to search for the right rotation. Perpignan comes back. Mercer back into the ball game. Popovich as well. Inbound goes to DeFries. Oh, and the lane comes wide open for Simone, who lays it in.
Perpignan kind of left the basketball, or at least went for the ball fake.
Now Maupin gets it inside. Nice lob feed from Perpignan for the layup, and it's 31-16.
There you see Coach Natasha Adair saying, stop the ball. You can't let the ball get that deep.
That ends an extended run there for Delaware as they've gone on a 10-0 burst. McBride got away with a carry. She went behind the back with it and still lost it out of bounds to Elon.
A little too fancy there. I don't know if she was losing the ball trying to go behind her back, or she was trying to do that intentionally, but going into a very crowded lane.
You can't let her pin it against her back and then dribble it. I'm surprised they let that go, although no harm because the ball ends up out of bounds. Maupin, left wing three, got it. Well, she can play a little bit. 6'3" sophomore out of Charlottesville brings Elon back to within a dozen.
She'll be one of those tough matchups as she gets a little bit older in years because she can pull that big defender out.
Averaging 12 points per game. That's only her 5th made 3 of the season. McBride to the left elbow, stepping back to the wing, picks up her bounce. DeFries went back toward her. They couldn't find her, so Cargo comes to get the basketball. Back to McBride, 8 to shoot. Attacking the 10, lefty scoop, wouldn't go. Maupin the rebound. Now that's it up to Perpignan. Long feed forward to Lyles. Lyles in the corner. Driving baseline. Beat left, but missed everything. He just kind of throw it at the rim. That one landed in the arms of Cargo.
Yeah, it really is odd. It's not just not finishing. It's just kind of chucking the ball up.
There's McBride between the circles. Directing traffic. Gets it to DeFries. Just left of top of the key. She drives to the foul line, near corner to Cargo, head fake out the defender in the air, pull up jumper, left rim no, left shoved in the back to get the offensive rebound, knocking Lyles down, and it's called for the foul, so Elon gets it back, trailing 31-19 with 1:55 left of the first half, and Lizzie O'Leary will play with 2 fouls here down the stretch.
Yeah, Gaddy really didn't have position there, just tried to use her strength, but 2 hands on Lyles to get that rebound. And interesting, putting Lizzie O'Leary back in with 2. Why not pick up that 3rd foul?
It's a good learning experience here for O'Leary. Might need to play her in a CAA tournament in foul trouble. Got to be out there without picking up fouls with the lead. Here's Lyles driving to the foul line. Beautiful feed to the right block. Maupin got open and laid it in.
That's some great interior movement there by Elon.
Gonzalez had it knocked free by Perpignan. Has to dive on the floor after it. Natasha Adair takes the timeout. As the Hens, I think, have relaxed a little bit, which is something that the Delaware coaching staff was really stressing towards their senior day. And boy, the Tribe are in a big-time race with Northeastern. A shocking turn of events to see the Huskies in danger of playing in the opening round.
Their non-conference schedule, I think they were 10-1, and then they come into CAA play and they have just been struggling.
What? 10-second violation, but the shot clock said 23.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
All right, turnover. Maybe I missed something, but I looked at the shot clock and it said 23. That's why I was trying to figure out what the whistle was, but the ball goes back to Elon. Here comes the Phoenix. Ball pit on the left wing, dribbling towards the top, hands it to Mercer. Mercer driving to the free throw line on the left block. Her runner wouldn't go, and O'Leary grabs the rebound.
And you kind of wonder what's the point of the shot clock if you're not using it.
What a pass to DeFries in stride. Her layup, no, but Lawrence to follow.
And Simone DeFries acknowledging Abby Gonzalez on that great pass. Kind of my bad.
Well, that's one. If you're Gonzalez, you deserve to die. But instead, Lawrence gets another offensive rebound and 2 more points, driving to the basket, and a walk called against Anna Popovich as she dragged the pivot foot, and Delaware up 12 with the basketball. 45 seconds left first half.
That was great footwork by Rebecca Lawrence to move her feet quickly, stay with the slide, and cut her off to force the travel.
Lawrence gets it into Gonzalez. Perpignan tried to knock it away. Gonzalez tries to go behind the back and has it stolen away by Perpignan, who lays it in with the left hand, and it's 33-23. Gonzalez trying to run the other way. O'Leary almost took Perpignan out with a big screen. Now Gonzalez deeking on Perpignan, stepping back, giving top of the key to O'Leary. O'Leary drives to the left elbow, picks up her bounce, gets it right wing to Cargo. Head fake out the defender in the air, kick it left wing to O'Leary. She moves to the corner and gets it stripped away by Lyles. Lyles with 10 seconds left, dribbling all the way to the basket. Lefty floater, good. And it's an 8-point game, 5 seconds to go. Lawrence doesn't see it, 3 seconds to go. They get it into Cargo, and Delaware will not get his shot off. And a good close to the first half for Elon. As they were down 31-14, they go on an 11-2 spurt and are back in it.
We talked about how important it is to close out quarters well, to close out halves well, and at that point, Elon doing a much better job with their execution down the stretch in the last 3 minutes.
At the break, it is Delaware 33, Elon 25. Send it back at 6 points, 5 boards, plus a couple of dimes, plus 9 in her time out there on the floor. And Abby Gonzalez, plus 15. Just 2 points, only 1 assist, 3 rebounds, but she forced 3 jump balls. Just seemed to be everywhere over those first 20 minutes of action. Meanwhile, for Elon, really strong close in that second quarter. Emily Maupin had 11 points to lead the way for the Phoenix.
I thought Abby Gonzalez did a great job of getting the ball up the floor. Simone DeFries, Allison Lewis doing a nice job of running wide in those lanes, but it takes Abby to get the ball up there.
Delaware ball to start the second half. Hens moving from right to left. Gonzalez picking up her bounce on the left wing. Had DeFries back door, but it spun the other way and gives it between the circles to Cargo. Cargo back to Gonzalez. Foul line left, driving to the paint. Floater in and out. Ball in the air. Batted out to Lawrence. Delaware will get another second chance.
When Delaware's been at its best today, it's been because of the offensive glass.
Ends their 11th offensive rebound of the game. O'Leary top of the key. A head fake, driving to the basket, and a foul away from the ball as they'll call a hold against Elon.
And I think we saw the beginning of the game started with Delaware being the aggressor, Delaware setting the tone, and then it was Elon in the second quarter. Delaware coming out already. You can see the sense of urgency they have.
Maupin called for her first. She'll sit down, and Powell returns to replace her. Gonzalez is looking to throw it in, baseline right, lobs it out between the circles to Cargo, gives it foul line right to a cutting Gonzalez, gets it inside to O'Leary, turn and face on the baseline, now backing down Powell, kicks it out to Lawrence, foot on the line, 2, good for the right wing. Rebecca Lawrence puts Delaware up double digits.
I just think the Delaware offense is so much better when Rebecca Lawrence is able to step out and draw the defense out and then nail their shots.
Popovich, great seal inside, banks it in over O'Leary.
That was really good footwork as well. She was able to gather herself, keep her composure, and get it up.
Gonzalez the other way, into the forecourt, along the far sideline in front of the Delaware bench, steps up to the wing and buries the 3. They went under the ball screen, and Abby Gonzalez made them pay.
Critical mistake there by Elon, leaving the basketball. It's always funny when a player has the ball and everybody runs away from it.
It doesn't look right, that's for sure. And it sets Charlotte Smith down on the Elon bench. She is frustrated with her team. Near corner with it for the Phoenix Nance, trying to drive baseline. Nice rotation as Lawrence comes over to cut it off, knock it out of bounds.
That was as fundamental as you can get. You get that foot over the baseline, force the Elon player. I actually thought it went off of Elon, but
instead, Phoenix do get it back. Mercer in the corner, driving baseline, spins it back, finds Powell left elbow, 1 dribble, jumper, good. Over the outstretched arm of Rebecca Lawrence, and it's 39-29.
Now, Powell reminds me a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of Shea Burnett. Just with some of the footwork, the style, you could tell she learned some things from her.
Had a similar body type like Shea Burnett early in her career before she filled out and it just became a menace. Here's a jumper that wouldn't go for Delaware. Mercer grabs the rebound, outlets it up to Perpignan. She's stopped along the wing, backs it up between the circles. And gives it off to Powell, who lobs it inside. Great feed for Popovich. She got doubled, dished it to Perpignan, kicks it up top to Nance, driving to the lane, threw it away. DeFries with the steal, racing the other direction. Back pass, Gonzalez, left wing three, back rim, no. And good hustle by Nance, who had fallen down behind the play to come back and grab the rebound.
That defensive set all around, unbelievable rotation by the Hens in every facet of that defensive set.
And a good look from DeFries to get Gonzalez that type of a wide open look. Here's Powell driving past two defenders, banks it in with the left hand, and it's 38-31.
Powell, only a sophomore. She shows flashes, that's for sure.
Leads the CAA, 44% three-point shooter, doing it from two today. Cargo buries the three. Left wing, left wide open, and the North Carolina native puts Delaware up 10.
She's been shooting the ball really well here tonight.
Had been in an extended shooting funk, so they're putting the ball on the floor more. Maybe that starting to ease its way into the scouting report. Powell off the dribble, banks it in. Don't think she called it, but it still counts. Straight away 18-footer using the window. It's 41-33. Nice catch by O'Leary between the circles, handing it to Gonzalez. 6:20 left third quarter. Hens by 8. Gonzalez on the near wing. Dribbling towards the top, feeding there to DeFries. DeFries driving to the right wing, spinning towards the paint. Banks it in, high off the window. High degree of difficulty, but it's 43-33.
Simone DeFries just using her strength to get that shot off. Great touch.
Here's Perpignan, lobbing it to Popovich on the right wing. Popovich hands it off to Mercer. Head fakes a three between the legs. Step back triple, way off. Lawrence up high, grabbing the rebound, gets pawed at. A foul on Perpignan. Reaching in on Lawrence in the backcourt. So Delaware ball up 10.
And Mercer has not been able to get anything going. I mean, we've seen over her career just shooting lights out, just been struggling this year.
She ended last year on a 14-game string, 14 straight with at least 1 3.
You know, sometimes it's hard. You get those seniors that graduate, and then the focus is more on you on the scouting report, and you know, it just doesn't open things up as much as it did in the past.
Nice job by the officials that time. Sometimes you see them call a tie-up on that reach, and Perpignan never touched the basketball, kind of wrapped both arms, and the officials didn't bite on the call. Here's Cargo, top the key for the Hens, up by 10. Gives it to Paris McBride on the right wing. Couple of jab steps, puts it on the floor. Moves towards the corner. Entry feed, a tough angle, tipped out to O'Leary. She gets it inside to Lawrence. Oh, they call it offensive foul on a pretty clear flop. There was barely any contact, and the ball goes back to Elon.
I mean, she slipped right under her there. You have to give the player room to at least to rotate. She didn't even step. She just rotated her body.
Also, they barely touched. Yeah. Just play on. You don't need to call everything every time someone falls down. We learned that earlier when they tackled Simone DeFries into the bench. 5 1/4 left in the third. Delaware by 10. Elon with a basketball. Dribbling top of the key. Cologne. Cologne flips it off to Munford. Munford gives it left wing to Lyles. Lyles driving to the paint. Kicks it out. Munford in the corner, going baseline, got it blocked by Lawrence, but it goes right to Lyles. 10 to shoot. Up top, Powell for 3. Right rim, no. Rebound batted into the hands of Lewis. Long outlet to McBride. 2-on-1 if she hurries. What a feed to Lawrence, but Munford, great hustle. Stripped her on the way up, out of bounds. It'll stay with Delaware when we return. Good basketball there on both ends. 4:48 to go in the third. Delaware 43, Elon 33. You're listening to Blue Hens Women's Basketball on Fox Sports 1290 at 40. Elon 33, Hen basketball. Simone DeFries played a good game for the Hens, leading all Delaware scores with 12. But Rebecca Lawrence has chipped in with 10. She gets the inbound, flips it to Allison Lewis, driving to the bucket. Runner wouldn't go. Maupin pulls down the rebound. Another close miss for Delaware.
Delaware taking really good care of the basketball in the third quarter so far. Only 1 turnover.
Got to convert those looks in tight, though. There's Munford driving to the paint. Nice step through. Got bumped by DeFries. No call. And the ball ends up in the hands of Lewis. Sprinting the other way. Nobody stops ball, and they caught a foul. A block on Lyles as she tried to jump in late, and it will send Allison Lewis to the free throw line for a pair.
I think Allison Lewis was just waiting for someone to stop the ball. She was anticipating it, and then nobody did. She kind of gave a little fake with the right hand to Abby Gonzalez and then went up. I think she surprised herself that no one stopped the ball until that late.
Lewis, line left for a pair, buries the first. The Delaware coaching staff could not be more proud of Allison Lewis, the work she has done to stick with it. There were some tough times, not only in her career dealing with all the injuries as she makes the second free throw, but this season as well, maybe trying to do a little bit too much as her senior year unfolded. She's found it now.
And you're just happy for it because she's always the first one out
Yep.
here. Before the game, she's out here 2 hours before the game, getting shots up. No one else is even in the arena.
A really nice kid for sure. And great to see her get her success. McBride tipped the pass. Maupin ended up with it. Lewis got a piece. And the ball ends up in the hands of Lawrence, who outlets it up to McBride for Delaware. McBride stopping on the far wing. And will drill out between the circles. Now goes between the legs. It's a high screen from Lawrence. Turns the corner into the paint. It's fouled. And the bucket. Lulled the defense to sleep, used the window, and headed to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
You see the stutter step, but it was the strength. The ball was coming off her hand, but she had just enough to kind of curl it up there, and then the big smile from the freshman. Playing pretty well here.
What do you think Allison Lewis said to draw that smile? Free throw for McBride with Delaware up by 14, make it 15 as she swishes from the charity stripe. It's 48-33.
And Paris McBride, she's going to be someone that the Hens really need in that conference tournament to take care of the basketball.
Has done a good job with it today. Lyles handing off to Munford. A nice lead block if we were playing football. Unfortunately, we're not, and it's an offensive foul against Lyles, who just put her hands together and plowed into Gadsden left.
It has been one of those seasons where we've seen a ton of offensive fouls called on screens. We've seen more this year than we have. Not that there's been an emphasis on it. It's just players are not standing firm, and then the player with the ball isn't running their player shoulder to shoulder off the screen.
It does seem like they've really tried to take away that interference play on those weave looks. That was not the interference play. That was some big-time contact. Gonzalez has it between the circles for Delaware. High pass, good catch by McBride as she tipped it to herself. 13 to shoot, dribbles to the foul line. Needs some help as she picks up her bounce. Leaves it off for DeFries, drives to the lane, pull-up jumper, no good. Nice board in traffic, grabbed by Cologne. Cologne weaves her way through three blue ends, brings it into the forecourt, and pirouettes out to the left wing, where she sets it up to Perpignan.
Elon really having trouble hitting the ball through the basket here in the third quarter.
Popovich lobs it inside. Maupin wide open for the layup. 48-35. Maupin is their best offensive player. She struggles sometimes on the defensive end, and I think it's a catch-22 for Charlotte Smith.
Delaware really needs to close out this third quarter well. We saw the run that Elon made in the second.
Gonzalez weave handoff to DeFries, turns the corner right of the lane, banks it too strong. A late whistle and a foul called on Elon, which will send Simone DeFries to the free throw line for a pair.
Simone DeFries, they're going through two. Not a ton of contact. I didn't even hear the whistle, actually.
I see it as they show the replay with the Hens all access. It was pretty clean until that left arm just gave a little nudge to DeFries. I think that's why the whistle came so late. First free throw good for Simone. One more coming, up by 14. There, I said something nice about an official.
Mark it down. March 1st.
2019. I'd hold the year as well. Might be another decade as DeFries hits the second. It's 50-35. Perpignan across the timeline into the forecourt between the circles. Gives it to Popovich on the right wing. Popovich up top to Perpignan. Perpignan driving on Gonzalez. Banks it in with the left hand plus the foul. What a strong take for the true freshman.
We've seen both freshmen getting to the rim hard. Look at how she weaves it over from her left hand over to the right hand, double clutch, and Abby Gonzalez not able to stay on her feet.
I didn't see that switch of hands, and I was wondering how she got that shot off. Heck of a take, and she converts the old-fashioned three-point play, pulls Elon back to within a dozen.
Delaware playing so much man-to-man defense in this game. They like the matchups.
McBride Foul line right, picks up her bounce, feeds to Lewis, top of the key. She drives to the paint, floating, fadeaway, no. Got her own miss, follow, gets the roll and the foul. Allison Lewis on the putback.
Allison Lewis with a big smile. Look at the strength. Not a great shot there. Didn't square up, but look at her stay with it with an arm, locked in her arm, straight up, teardrop through.
And how about the reaction in the background? Jasmine Dickey on the pogo stick, jumping up and down in support of her teammate. Lewis can't hit the free throw. Maupin pulls down the rebound. 2 left, third quarter. 52-38, Elon leads, or Delaware leads.
I just can't emphasize enough, though, what a great kid Allison Lewis is and how hard she works to be good at her craft.
Working through all of those injuries. Maupin straightaway 3, front rim, no. Lewis clears another rebound. Amazing how sometimes it turns on for seniors when that clock starts to tick. Gonzalez from the corner, front rim's a 3. DeFries tipped the rebound to Gatson left, and she knocked it off of Maupin. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the hands. And that is what Elon is working on right now. We heard Michaela Walker allude to it. Anything you read from Charlotte Smith coming into this game, Maupin is a good player. She just needs to learn to box out. She tries to jump for rebounds, and it costs her sometimes. As Gonzalez driving, floater no. Maupin got position that time and drew the foul as left went over the back.
I like how Delaware's trying to get to the rim. They're being aggressive. Just got to take their time when they get there to try to get the finish.
85 seconds left, third quarter. Delaware 52, Elon 38. Hens looking to get back above 500 overall on the season. Maupin, left wing, lobs it inside Popovich. Stripped by McBride. Where'd she come from? But she got all ball. Brings it up. Working on Munford. Gives it in the corner to Cargo. Cargo, right wing feed to McBride. She drives to the foul line. Picks up her bounce. Out to Cargo. Working on Maupin. Drive to the lane. Lefty floater. Good. Delaware by 16.
Bailey Cargo having a great game here tonight.
There's a drive for Cologne that goes nowhere. She works her way all the way out to the corner. Left wing give to Perpignan. Perpignan lobs it to Maupin. She was stripped and fouled. A little pick and roll. Delaware forced a really tough angle pass, but then got a piece on the reaching. Foul, I believe, was on the floor as O'Leary and Lawrence will return for Delaware.
Great rotation by Bailey Cargo. She got there and then there's the poke away by Gatson coming across the body. Get called back for that every time.
Great view from the Hens. All access crew clearly on the floor. Elon lined up ready to shoot a free throw. The officials say not quite. Well, they'll throw it in. Perpignan gets it in the corner. Spinning on Cargo up and under. And nice leaning finish.
I mean, some of these Elon players, they have shown some flashes here. You know, if they can just settle down and keep working, they're going to be very good.
Great individual skill.
Yeah.
Just some work to do to kind of bring it together. Lawrence coming our way. Knocking the table back. Good hustle as the ball goes out of bounds.
See my strength? You see my bench press there? So get the weight up. See that? I put the table back there, Matt. I put the table back.
I'm more amused by Rebecca Lawrence, who took the brunt of the table to avoid jumping and taking you out. Such a nice kid. Here's an open 3. Munford at the buzzer hits it. And Elon back to within 11 after 3. So a seesawing third quarter and another strong close for Elon. We've got a game headed to the fourth.
Simpler. Log on to ValueDaysFuel.com to find a participating Shell Value Days gas station near you and save 20 cents off every gallon of Shell premium gasoline every Tuesday.
He didn't think his mic was on.
5 cents off all Shell gas all day on Thursdays. Value Days fuel savings are just a click away. ValueDaysFuel.com. That's ValueDaysFuel.com.
Welcome back to
Back here at the Bob Carpenter Center, 54-43. Delaware leading Elon. Earl Holland needs to fix the echo in our ear right now. As an inside touch for Maupin, won't go. Rebound grab by Paris McBride. I'm Matt Janis with Christine Coramata. Nice job by Earl back at our Newcastle studios. Delaware ball here up by 11. Early stages of the final quarter. Bailey Cargo on the far wing. Step back three. Got it again. Bailey Cargo lighting it up in the second half. She's got 13. Delaware up by 14.
I think her MVP, her most valuable professor, Cindy Holland, needs to come to every game.
Yeah, what is keeping her? Let's go. One more left this year.
I'm gonna drag her here on Sunday.
There's Perpignan, right wing for Elon. Dribbles to the top, works her way to the foul line, kicks it out to Popovich. She walked before she put it on the deck. And the turnover gives it back to the Hens. This has been a pretty simple equation today. Early in each quarter, Delaware has dominated. Late in each quarter, Elon has made up a lot of ground, but not quite enough for the Phoenix.
And also, Delaware, 2 turnovers in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, only 2 turnovers in the third quarter. Let's hope not for 8 in the fourth.
You don't want to see Saul back. Here's Lewis driving and puts it up. Wouldn't go. Defender fell down in her wake, got her own miss back, and then Munford took it away. 1-on-2, wants to attack, and McBride came out of nowhere to strip it. Charlotte Smith asking where the foul was, but it'll be Elon ball.
Yeah, I think what she was referring to was Bailey Cargo, a little bit with the body, but Paris McBride, great angle to get that hand on the ball.
She is so quick. Did not look like she had the angle at first, but came in out of nowhere. Mercer, the inbound, driving to the basket. What was that? Oh, there we go. She went barreling into Rebecca Lawrence, fell down, and nothing happened as she slid through the floor. And then finally, one of the 3 officials realized, oh, yeah, that's got to be either a foul or a walk. I think, wow.
It was like she hit a brick wall, but as soon as she fell down, you got to call out a travel immediately. I'm not sure what the delay. Before, earlier in the game, when we thought the player fell down too, there was no call for the travel.
That was what was coming at you a couple minutes ago, Christine. That brick wall that is Rebecca Lawrence. Here's Lewis on the near wing, up top to McBride. McBride steps inside the arc, picks up her bounce, hands it off to Lewis. Lewis, crossover move, got in the lane, but then got stripped from behind. Lawrence tipped the ball. Munford dives after it and gets it for Elon. Mercer the other way. Down 14, just under 8 to play. Finds Perpignan between the circle. Works her way to the left wing. Feeds up top, Powell. Powell driving to the right elbow. Picks up her bounce and throws it away. Cargo the steal. She runs the other way. Stop and pop the foul line. Misses everything. Rebound, though, somehow bounces right to O'Leary, and she can't make the layup. It went in and out off the window. Mercer clears the board for Elon.
Again, second, third chance opportunities for the Hens. Just wasn't able to convert.
Boy, nice move on the step through from O'Leary. It just wouldn't go down. Mercer, top of the key for Elon. Gives it near wing to Munford. Munford driving to the right block. To Maupin, right elbow. That one falls through. Rattled around, came out, but back in again. And it's 57-45. Full court pressure from Elon. Delaware breaks it with ease.
Yeah, Maupin, what a highlight she's been all year, really, for the Phoenix, but especially tonight, 15 points.
Lewis has had a good game. Gives to O'Leary up top. O'Leary floats it right wing to Cargo. Another 3 blocked by Mercer and grabbed by Perpignan. She dribbles across the top line, center of the floor, angles to the right wing, finds Palin. She passed up the open 3, dishes off to Munford, driving to the foul line, dragged the pivot, got away with it, finds Mercer in the corner, over Lawrence, no good. Weak side rebound corralled by Lewis as, boy, Lawrence forced a really high arcing release.
Well, I thought Mercer made the shot more difficult than she needed to be. Should have taken it right off the pass. Instead, she made it more difficult.
Lawrence got it inside. Powell knocks it away from her to the baseline. It'll stay with Delaware. 16 to shoot. 3 more subs for Elon as Lyles returns. Cologne comes back in. And Popovich as well. Meanwhile, Delaware only has 3 subs available. Gonzalez comes back in. Gatson left returns. Gonzalez has it near wing. Gives it up top to McBride. McBride dribbling out between the circles, 5 to shoot. Didn't see it. Crowd helps her. finds O'Leary, one to shoot, and doesn't get it all. Just did not realize that there was 16 left when they started that possession.
And I think initially when Abby Gonzalez was receiving that pass, it was a little low. She bobbled it. That was the catch and shoot opportunity. That's why passing is so important. The time, the location, and where you're receiving it.
Nice move, Perpignan all the way to the rim, lays it in. The McDonald's All-American nominee showing why we've got a 10-point game. McBride trying for the answer. No one stops ball, and McBride lays it in with the left hand.
This is a really important stretch here for the Hens. Up 12, they need to get stops, one and dones.
You sent first to 60. Delaware knocking on the door. They have 59. Elon 47. Perpignan almost carried it. Nice job to keep the hand on top. Picks up her bounce. Feeds right wing to Cologne. Driving to the foul line. Leaves at top of the circle. Lyles. Step back. Straightaway deep two. Back rim. No. Battle for the rebound. Won by Gonzalez amongst the trees. And then she is fouled. That's just wanting it more from Abby Gonzalez.
You know, we talked about the physicality during this game, but only the first team foul for Elon in this fourth quarter.
Delaware still has not committed one. As that's a heck of a rebound from Gonzalez over Cologne. Give it up 3 inches on that matchup. And now a foul, a little nickel dimer. You jinxed it, Christine, but it works well for Delaware as it'll take us to a timeout on the floor. 4:58 to go in the fourth. It's Delaware 59, Elon 47. Blue Hen basketball when we come back on Fox Sports 1290 and 1410 WDOV.
Taco Bell, by Grubhub. It's your taco dreams delivered. Only now at TacoBell.com. Ability to 50 locations. Prices may vary. Tax extra. Delivery service and full reviews will apply.
Welcome back to Fightin' Blue Hens Women's Basketball on Fox Sports 1290, 1410 WDOV, and iHeartRadio.
Goes to Delaware. Paris McBride top the key. 4:50 to go. We're in the fourth quarter. 59-47. Trying to add to the lead. McBride too strong off the window. Gets it left there, though, to clean it up as she puts the follow through.
It's really been the rebounding. Delaware +8 on the offensive glass, +11 overall.
Ends up 61-47. Popovich lobbing it inside. O'Leary called for the foul as Maupin got it on the give and go and will hit to the line for a pair.
I think sometimes Lizzie O'Leary just doesn't know what to do. I mean, I guess she was getting there as she received the basketball, but she really does get called for a lot of fouls just because she has a strong body. Not in the same exact way, but you think of DeMarcus Cousins, how he just kind of doesn't get the benefit of the doubt with certain types of fouls. It's a similar thing for Lizzie O'Leary, I feel, with the fouls, some of the fouls that are being called on her this year.
I feel like DeMarcus Cousins is his own fault. Lizzie O'Leary is more the
Exactly. I'm not saying she
officials.
is DeMarcus Cousins. I'm saying the way the fouls are called on a certain type of player just because of her strength.
Good analogy.
Thanks.
Here's
Thanks.
McBride across the timeline as the second free throw is good. 12-point game. DeFries again goes backdoor and again can't finish from point blank. Rebound grab by Elon. That's the third time, yeah. And DeFries normally so good near the basket. Popovich the other way, handing it off to Perpignan, and a foul called against Abby Gonzalez. Second team foul on Delaware in this fourth quarter, so an inbound coming for Elon. 4:02 to play, and the Hens up 12.
You know, we played the first 5 minutes in this fourth quarter with no fouls at all, and then in the last minute, there's been 4 total fouls called, 2 on each team.
Had to call that one as Gonzalez. That was quite a grab there. She tried to keep it out of the officials' vision, but a good job by the ref. Here's Popovich. Step back three, in and out. Left had the rebound, knocked away. Cologne puts it in, and it's back to a 10-point game.
Seems like Gabby left mistimed her jump, so she was kind of coming down as the basketball was falling into her hands. Never had a good grip.
McBride into the forecourt for Delaware, calling for left to come to the ball. She does. Gives it left wing to Lewis. Lewis looking for O'Leary. Faces the basket. Backdoor cut finding Gonzalez. Great block inside, but it bounces to left, and she is fouled. Lyles came over, got a flat-footed block on Gonzalez, but left, right place, right time with their hustle, head to the stripe.
Got that left, right. I like that. Good job, Mike.
Upcoming for Delaware's senior day on Sunday. They'll host William and Mary at 2, and then 2 road games, Towson and JMU, before the CAA tournament comes to the Bob Carpenter Center March the 13th through the 16th. First free throw is good for Gatson left. One more coming for the senior.
You said Sunday is senior day, but it's also senior day in another aspect because it's alumni day for the women's basketball program as well, meaning senior
citizens?
Yes, elders. Yes.
Second free throw is good. 12-point Delaware lead. Should have just let you say it. Popovich hands it off to Lyles. Lyles gets it inside. Maupin banks it in, and it's 63-53.
Delaware needs to use the shot clock, work the ball for good offensive sets, try to get to the rim, draw some fouls, get some 3 points from the free throw line to solidify the game.
What a catch by Lewis on a tough feed, then finds a wide open Lawrence off the mark with a corner three. Left the follow, can't get the roll, but heads to the line for a pair.
Gaddy left. She has done a fantastic job the last few minutes of just getting in good position, especially on the weak side, securing those rebounds, drawing fouls. Delaware right now with 18 second chance points to Elon's 0.
That's quite the advantage as Left hits the first free throw at a 64-53 with 2:55 to play. Left transfer out of Clemson. Back rims the second. Popovich the rebound. Still time for Elon, but they've got to start hitting some buckets in a hurry. Perpetton shown she's capable of doing exactly that. Gives it right wing to Cologne. Cologne, high post entry to Maupin. Working on left. Lefty hook wouldn't go. Got her own miss, but knocked out of her hands. Out of bounds to Delaware.
Gaddy Left has been involved in everything under the rim in this fourth quarter, really gaining those possessions for her team at crucial times.
Elon's full court pressure bothered Delaware in the first half when they were surprised by it. It has been no issue in the second half as Gonzalez breaks it with ease. 2:25 to go. Lewis on the left wing gets it up top. Lawrence swings it right wing. McBride. McBride finding Gonzalez. Head fakes a three. Driving to the paint. Floats it off the window. Delaware up by 13.
Just a great finish there by the junior.
So many options, and she chose the right one there, using the glass to help her on the pull-up. Maupin outside. 15 to shoot under 2 minutes to go. To Perpignan. As Delaware looking good. Elon's got to go in a hurry. Lewis knocks it free. Perpignan gets it back. Kicks it corner. Popovich for three. Air ball. Lewis, or I should say Lawrence, the rebound. Delaware ball. 100 seconds to go, up by 13.
Delaware has gotten great defensive stops. They've had good rotation, good on-the-ball defense, and the rebounding has been phenomenal.
Gonzalez, right wing triple, wouldn't go. Lawrence, another offensive rebound, in and out with a follow. Oh my goodness, there is a lid on it in the fourth quarter for Delaware. Still up by 13 though, and another steal as Left takes it away and is fouled. And it'll be Delaware ball with 1:17 to go.
Here you see the good defense, good hands by Gaddy, and just securing that basketball, and that's what it comes down to. Popovich doing everything she could to desperately try to get the ball.
Gadsden left, line left for his free throw, got it. So one more coming for Left. Cargo has had quite a game for Delaware when they needed her. She really stepped up. Rebecca Lawrence made big shots, got a lot of offensive rebounds. And Allison Lewis carving the Elon defense up. Second free throw wouldn't go. Rebound Powell, heads up 14, about 12 to go.
And now you just want to play really good defense. You don't want to foul. You just want to keep the clock going.
Now the runner wouldn't go for Perpignan. Rebound Left. And Delaware is going to get win 14 as Cargo has the exclamation point with a corner three. It's 70-53 as Cargo has 16 for the Hens. The officials have stopped play momentarily. I think the clock kept running after the made back. Yeah, it was the clock. So they put 1.6 seconds back up, 59.3. So a 1 minute delay to add 1.6 seconds in a 17-point game. Basketball's got to get that fixed. Great sport, one of the best. As much fun to watch as there is, but they've got late game problems right now with reviews. There's a lob inside. Maupin from the lane puts it in, and it's 70-55.
Really impressed with Delaware's response to a couple of Elon runs here today. Delaware able to secure their possessions, but dominating on the glass.
Lewis can't hit the baseline jumper. Lawrence had the rebound, but it's stripped away from her by Perpignan. Perpignan racing the other way is fouled by Lewis. Hit the deck hard, but is okay. And she will head to the stripe for 2 free throws. She initiated a lot of that contact. Doesn't matter, though. It's a 15-point game with 34 seconds to go.
Did seem almost like she was trying to get out of the way. She even kind of put her arms to her chest to not have to touch her, but drawing out contact.
That was a savvy move there by Perpignan. She knew she was a little out of control there, so she found some contact as Gadsden left, gets a big round of applause and a hug from her head coach as she checks out.
Elon has some really good young players. I mean, they have pieces to build around. They just have to do it together.
1 free throw out of 2, 70-56 as Perpignan will sit down. Taja Trayer back in for the Phoenix. I agree. And this is a team that, as McBride got away with a little bit of a walk of the inbound, was nudged and fouled. Elon's going to play it out a full 40 minutes. 32 seconds to go. And Paris McBride will get the opportunity to pad his stats. Something about the Bob that Paris McBride gets put on the free throw line in a lot of decided games with a chance to score more points.
Well, hey, that's why it's called home.
She is enjoying it as she's up to 5 points per game. Can't hit the first free throw. 66% from the stripe this season. The Delaware coaching staff has done a fantastic job. This Blue Hen team rolling with punches, fighting back from adversity time and time again. Second free throw is good, 71-56. Elon will take one more shot. They roll it into the front court. Munford works her way to the paint and banks it in, plus the foul as McBride reaching in. 71-58, a free throw coming for Sadia Munford.
Delaware with really balanced scoring here tonight. A lot of players with double figures, players with double-digit rebounds, just all around good team performance.
Munford was the starting point guard for Elon last year. Began the season as a starter, cutting off the bench here though of late. It's the free throw, 71-59. Lawrence gets the inbound, knocked back to the baseline. So now a stationary inbound as Cologne will throw it in.
Respect the fight, though, here by the Phoenix. They're playing right until the last whistle. Inbound
will come from Lewis. Lobs it to O'Leary. Nice catch. Outlets it up to Cargo, and she'll walk it across the timeline. And Elon will not foul here, and Delaware will have a lot to celebrate as the Hens on B positive night at the Bob Carpenter Center. A positive outcome. It was tight early in the second half, but Delaware running away late. The Hens back above 500 as they beat Elon. Final score, Delaware 71 and the Phoenix 59. It's 14-13 overall, 9-6 in conference play. And they have one more home game remaining this season. 3 total contests left, and still alive, vying with an outside chance for the 3 seed come CAA tourney time.
Delaware did exactly what they needed to do. They protected home court tonight. You want to get the second game on the weekend swing. You can protect home court. You go on to your last 2 away games and see what happens. See if you can steal one more.
We will be joined momentarily by our player of the game and